The Zodiac Killer, first killings. It was December 20th, 1968. A cold, dark night in Vallejo, California, and two high school sweethearts were on a date. David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen were sitting in their car on a lonely road when a stranger approached. Neither of them made it home. The police were baffled. Was this just another senseless crime? But this wasn't random. It was the beginning of something far more terrifying. What the police didn't know was that the killer would strike again, and he would make sure they knew his name. The Zodiac's first letter. A few months later, another young couple, Darlene Farron and Mike Mago, were shot in their car. Mike survived the attack and gave police the description of the attacker. But just weeks after the second attack, a letter appeared. The killer wrote to the newspapers claiming both sets of murders. And then he did something no one expected. He gave himself a name, Zodiac. And he wasn't done. The letter contained more than just a confession. It held a puzzle, a code that would haunt investigators for years. The puzzle. The Zodiac's letter wasn't just a taunt, it was a puzzle. A cipher with 408 symbols. The killer claimed that if decoded, it would reveal his identity. But it wasn't the police who cracked the code, it was a school teacher and his wife. And what did it reveal? Not his name, but his twisted view of life. But Zodiac was just getting started, and his next move would be even more terrifying. The Lake Berryessa attack. It was September 27, 1969. Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were relaxing by Lake Berryessa when a man approached them. But this wasn't just any man. He was wearing a black executioner-style hood with a crosshair symbol on his chest. The Zodiac symbol. He tied them up, then brutally stabbed them both. But this time there was a survivor. Brian survived, but Cecilia didn't. And this time, the Zodiac didn't just flee. He called the police himself to confess. The taunting continues. After the attack, the Zodiac continued to write letters, taunting the police, the public, and the newspapers. He claimed he had killed as many as 37 people. But the police could only confirm 5. His letters grew more bizarre, even sending a Halloween card to a journalist with the chilling message, "You are doomed." But despite his bold claims, Zodiac seemed to vanish. Or did he? Was Zodiac still out there? Or had he finally been stopped? Let's look at the suspects. The suspects. Over the years, many suspects have been linked to the Zodiac case, where one name stands out. Arthur Lee Allen. He was obsessed with codes, owned a watch with the Zodiac symbol, and had been in the area during the attacks. But despite all the circumstantial evidence, police never had enough to charge him.